Today, the community has the opportunity to pay respects to young Fresnans who lost their lives to violence.
It's a Day of the Dead gathering put on by a leadership group called Fresno Boys and Men of Color.
And the program manager, Shur Mua, is here now with more details. Shur, thanks a lot for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Before we talk about the event, will you talk about the organization and how long have you been helping in the community?
Right. So Fresno Boys and Men of Color is the youth leadership component of Fresno Building Healthy Communities. And together, we're working to create one healthy Fresno. We're working on policies and systems so that all young people can thrive and succeed. One of the ways that we're doing that is that we're working to create spaces at the decision-making table for young people so that young people have a voice at the city and county level. As you may know, last year we helped the police department launch the Police Chiefs Youth Advisory Council, and we also helped launch the Fresno City Youth Commission.
And when you, having launched that already, what kind of positive results have you seen?
We've seen young people engage with the police department, working on police-youth relations, so that young people and police are talking.
Wow, that is wonderful. How can people get involved, by the way?
People can get involved by contacting us directly. They can visit us at fresnobhc.org/BMOC.
Okay.
Or they can call us directly at 255-3300.
Okay.
Well,
we're here talking about the Dia de los Muertos. Explain what that is for some of our viewers that may not know.
Yeah, so Dia de los Muertos is a Mesoamerican holiday. It's a day for people to remember their loved ones, family and friends to remember their loved ones who have died and passed away. It's also a day for family to connect with their loved ones who have passed away and to continue that relationship. One of the ways they do this is they erect an altar and they put pictures and cherished items of the loved ones on there. And so they're supporting their loved ones on their journey to the next life, but they're also maintaining that relationship even though they passed away.
And you're saying this is specifically for those who have lost their lives to violence?
Yeah, so oftentimes, lives are lost unnecessarily to violence, right? For our community members, including young people, youth, and law enforcement. And so what Fresno Boys and Men of Color is doing is we're putting up this altar and we're inviting the community to come together to remember and to heal.
And bring things to that altar?
Yes, we're inviting community members. The altar is up right now at Arte Americas in downtown Fresno, and so there's an altar there. Folks can bring pictures, items that their loved ones cherished. Oftentimes it's a favorite food or a favorite drink.
Is there any kind of a ceremony at a certain time, or is it just come and go as you will?
Folks can bring items throughout the day. This evening, beginning at 5:30, there will be a special ceremony at Arte Americas.
Oh, that sounds really touching. It also sounds very emotional.
It is. It's a somber time, but it's also a time to remember our loved ones and to continue that relationship.
Okay. And it's free to go?
It's free and it's open to the public.
Okay. And tell us about other events that are coming up throughout the year, or goals that you have to, like you said, get the youth vote or voice at the table.
Right. So other events, I think in the past, we've also had some sports clinics. Last year we had some sports clinic, baseball and softball clinic. We also have a community action day that we have throughout the year. Just recently we were out at the center in West Fresno to clean up the park. So we have events like that where we're looking for volunteers and we're looking for young people to be a part of it.
What about with the election? A lot of times we talk about the young people feeling like, my vote doesn't count, or you're not listening to what I have to say anyway. Have you had that kind of conversation?
We've had some conversations with our young people. Recently, we had a youth mayoral candidate forum with our young people where they invited the candidates, Supervisor Perea, Councilmember Brand, to talk about issues that young people care about and to hear directly from young people.
Marvelous.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming on, Shur. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you. So again, the Day of the Dead gathering at Arte Americas in downtown Fresno begins at 4:30, goes till about 7, but that special ceremony is today at 5:30.